Ask not what we all be can do for you. Ask what you can do for we all be.
But now, before we get into that, let me tell you what happened today. And I'm sure, Brother Ron, you know the Boston bomber.
Mm-hmm.
You know he went to court today, or did you? Have you been so busy?
Well, everybody's still going to tell us about it, Brother Dick. A lot of us don't know.
He went to court today. His trial starts next year early.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first, let me say something to you. It's kind of strange. Okay, I want y'all to hear this real good. The bombs went off on Monday, the Boston Marathon. Now, here's what you got to ask yourself. 2 hours after the front runners come in, the bomb went off. If you are a terrorist, you commit terror, you blow yourself up to terrorize the world. Not to blow, in fact, you blow up, but you create such a hideous crime. The world's terrorized. So now let's go and look at the Boston Marathon. I ran the Boston Marathon 5 times, okay? Now, the front runners, the first hour, matter of fact, the first 30 minutes to an hour, the elite runners from around the world, they finished. Now, you can just wait there because you had a loved one there, but the game is over.
Right.
Okay? So why would they set the bomb to go out 2 hours after the front runner? If you're a real terrorist, and you want to mess up the world, had them bombs went off at the end of the marathon, the beginning, that's the winners, number 1, 2, 3, 4, it couldn't have been a marathon for the next 10 years because all the world-class marathons would have been killed or injured. Okay?
Wow.
Well, now listen to me good now. Now, if you wanted to really do a thing, you go 50 miles out where the marathon starts. Now, here's what happened. Ron, if you're going to run the marathon, you got family and friends that's coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got all kind of people. If you just run, I'd be there with some friends, right? But we party. We're not running, you running. So we party that night in Boston. You in bed sleep. So you get up to go to the start. We go out there to see you start. And then we drive back and, have lunch or something and be at the end to watch you come in. Out there, you got 30,000 people. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All your friends, why didn't they blow it up there? Why didn't they blow it up there? And kill all them people out there? No. So you get it at the end, and you don't blow it up at the beginning. What is that about? So now they took pictures of the murder, but they never showed us the bombs going off.
Yes, sir.
Okay. They say one was across the street on the building over there, one was over here, and then there was some people said, we heard some folks saying, this is a dry run, Nobody, they saw cops and soldiers up on the building with rifles. They'd never seen this before. So people was asking, and it came over the loudspeaker, this is a dry run, And so if you see cops and stuff, we having a dry run, okay? Now let's watch this now. So probably one of the weirdest things that happened, the governor, black man, right?
Yes.
Okay. His daughter called him. I saw a press lady asked him, said, Mr. Governor, when did you find out about this? He said, I found out when my daughter called me. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
He's the governor, right? He got state troopers around him 24 hours a day, right?
Yes, sir.
They guard him. Now, when that go off, they got to double the guard because they don't know if this is a decoy to hit the governor. Okay? Listen to me good now. He said, oh, I found out about it when my daughter called me. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
He's the governor of the state. He got state troopers around him. It's the state troopers who got to go in there and deal with that first, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you know nobody ever called her, if you're stupid enough to believe it? The state troopers that was with him didn't know it, so they could tell him his daughter, hear me, saw it on television. And called him 15 minutes later and said, Dad, you know what just happened? He said, no, what? What? Come on, Dad. No. The terrorists just blew up the Boston Marathon. Now, that's how he found out about it. Now, if that don't leave you thinking, wait a minute, okay?
Right.
So when I heard it, I changed around, came back to the house, and called Lil in Massachusetts. I said, don't move, and call all my key folks and tell them to stand by. So now you got to listen to everything, right? And you hear people screaming, you hear people howling and all of that. So now when I called Lil, I said, call Reggie and have him keep his eye until I can get somebody in there on the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So why did I say that? Because that might have been what the decoy was about. The Massachusetts Institute of Technology do stuff that would make Hitler blush. That's how vicious they are, okay? Where your children go to school. They don't know it, huh?
Yes.
Okay, and then I said also the nuclear plant in Plymouth, Mass. Okay, call so-and-so in London. If he's not there, find out where he is and tell him I need to find out quick, when did the nuclear plant get shut down? If the run is Monday, they don't know if that was a decoy to blow up the nuclear plant, right? So I need to know, when did they shut that nuclear plant down? Okay. Now I got my people watching the Massachusetts Institute of Technology because one of the cops was killed there. Wait a minute, he was asleep in the car. Why was he killed? Unless there's something more to this than we know about. Why would he be killed? What are they looking for, huh? Or what do he know? Now, Lil called me and said, but stop doing whatever you're doing, because Ralph is calling in. You were right. So, hey, champ, what's going on? I said, man, we wondered when you was going to call. The nuclear plant was closed down on Saturday. The race didn't start till the following Monday. Did somebody know something? Huh? Did somebody know something? Huh? Now, hear me good now. Closed down on Saturday. Sunday, you got thousands of people in there because they're learning the course, right?
Yes, sir.
Then Monday is the race. Nuclear plant. Not nobody owns nuclear plants but the government. And nobody can give an order to shut them down but the government. Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, okay. You hear me? Now, the shooting goes on, We checked, and the guy that was in court today, him and the brother left town. They left town. And when all the shooting was going on, he was in college. If those of you check, I tried to pull my notes, but I think I'd put them in the warehouse.
Okay.
Find out when he came back on Tuesday, he went back to college. He didn't even know what had happened. Huh? He went back to college. The manhunt all over the world. Huh? He went back to college. And everybody called someone a wonderful person when he came back. He ain't acting like anything that happened, right? And so now, let's go back to this real easy. They didn't tell the governor. The nuclear plant was shut down on Saturday. The run was Monday. Now they got to send somebody in there so people can't just talk to the press or any of the local police. Now, that went through a lot of little towns. You know? So all at once, they sent 2 federal FBI agents, there. So you couldn't, at that point, you couldn't say nothing to nobody except those 2 agents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now hear this good. 2 members, this is after it was over. Those 2 that went in there that knew everything, they were killed.
Yes.
They were killed in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. Watch this. 2 members of the FBI elite counter-terrorist unit died Friday while practicing how to quickly drop from a helicopter. They was practicing how you make a quick drop to a ship. They used rope,
Mm-hmm.
The FBI announced Monday in a statement. The statement gave few details regarding the death of the special agents, Christopher Bleeker and Stephen Shaw, other than to say the helicopter suspiciously difficult happened and the agents fell that distance and was killed. Now, these are the 2 that know everything, stuff that can't get out. A law enforcement source told the pilot the incident happened about 12 o'clock, about 12 natural miles off the coast of Virginia Beach. Now, just hear this now. These 2 agents, elite, they were the 2 to sit down there to run the whole thing. You couldn't give no information to nobody but them. And all at once they dead. All at once they are dead. Now, we look at the Boston. That was today. He came into court today. And his trial begins. He started picking the jury January the 5th. And so when you stop and think about it, the mother of one of the folks who the FBI killed in Miami, they went down to question him, his connection, and they said he jumped from, there was 3 of them in the house.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have no gun. He had nothing.
Yes.
And he attacked them, and they shot him dead in the house before they could even ask him any questions. Now, let me put a period there for a minute. There was a huge killing in Pennsylvania 3 days ago. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
Guy killed his wife's mother. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Children. Now, did he use a gun, or do you remember?
I think he used a gun.
Okay, he did. He used a gun. The reason I asked that, they found him committed suicide with a knife. Do you know how hard it is to commit suicide with a knife? Look.
Torture, yeah.
You got what?
It got to be a torture to try to do that. You got to be agonized.
I can't hear you. No, slow up. I can't hear you.
It got to be torture to try to do that. You got to be agonized.
Well, first, no. When you hit it, you will automatically drop the knife. That's universal law, huh? You would automatically drop the knife. Hey, man, if somebody put hot charcoal on fire in your hand, you're going to throw it off. You ain't got no control over that, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You hear me? It's like when King was shot. He's laying on the ground. There's 5 people pointing up. The question is, how do they know it wasn't going to be another shot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how come they didn't do the natural thing that when you hear a shot, you fall? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying when we stop, we can't because we've been trained. And so, again, I'm saying, so here, this brother, this guy runs after 3 FBI agents, and he has no gun. They said, "Oh, he drew a knife." 3 of y'all. And so when you start putting the other pieces together, then you start seeing things that don't make sense. Okay. And so I brought that up because that just happened today. The whole trial thing. That's in the midst of all this other stuff.